Hello everyone. Welcome to Divine Debut 11. And this is Kathy speaking. Thank you so much for joining us here today, the 27th of January of 2026. I hope that you're all doing well. We're stepping into the new era. Neptune has now moved into Aries and will be transiting Aries for the next 14 years roughly. But today is a little bit of a tough one. We've got Mars and Pluto that's conjoining in the sign of Aquarius right here. They're at 3 degrees and Mars is coming up to Pluto. Remember, both Pluto and Mars, they are rulers of Scorpio. This is a tough one. Mars is action, drive, anger, courage and will. And Pluto can speak to power, destruction, rebirth, obsession, control, deep transformation. So we may see extreme force and focus as well, laser focus on something that we desire. There could be power struggles, but also massive breakthroughs. Also things that may have been simmering may explode or transform. These could be sudden confrontations as well. Okay, so maybe humanity is reclaiming its collective power. People are pushing back. And there may be a forceful push towards something that needs to change. We've already had a few explosions because this is very explosive. It can speak to volcanic eruptions. It can speak to very piercing and very strong movement, whether it's energy, whether it's people, whether it's situations. We've had a couple of explosions here in Greece, so I'm wondering what's going on where you're residing. Let's see, with a messenger, we'll be taking a message from the Mythic Oracle, okay, at the end of the reading. And thank you for joining us on Patreon, or considering joining us on Patreon, where we do talk a lot more about the astrology. Neptune now stepping into Aries, and Saturn soon will be doing that as well. We've got a forthcoming eclipse on the 17th of February in Aquarius. So, and now just in the next few days we're coming up to a full moon in Leo. So it's the fixed signs that are at the forefront now, and the mutable signs are being left off the hook. They've gone through their tests with Saturn that will also be leaving Pisces. Neptune has left Pisces. It's still the eclipses that are still affecting, of course, the mutable signs. Let's see, you should have an idea. If you're a mutable sign, you should have an idea already about where the changes are happening in your life. Okay, let's see. We do talk a lot about the astrology on Patreon, so thank you for even considering, and a special thanks to our patrons. Let's go and let's read the energies. That's what the messenger brings. It's an energy read, so let's see what's going on. If you're watching this at a later date, okay, there's nothing wrong with knowing what the energies are like, that have passed, but look at the the messages that are coming through the tarot. The message may be important for you personally. We've got the Fool card, beautiful, and that's Aries energy. Aries is about fire. It's cardinal fire. It's all about initiation, new beginning, not thinking too much, but taking a chance. Aries is the individual. It's I, me, my. Okay, and we're all individuals that can make up a big, we make up the population, each and every one of us. We're all on a new journey. The old story needs to be left behind. I talk about all of this and the transiting planets and what's going on the full moon in Leo that I did yesterday on Patreon. So if you're a Patreon and you've missed the notification, do check that out. So it's not by chance that the Fool card has come through. This is initiation, new beginning. It's warlike energies. It's Mars. Remember, Aries is ruled by Mars. But this is also an energy of Uranus. Uranus will be turning direct straight after the full moon. around the 4th. Full moon is on the 1st, or very early morning hours on the 2nd, depending on, again, on where you're residing. Okay, let's see energetically what's going on. Uranus in Taurus is going to turn direct. Uranus does rule Aquarius. It's the Aquarius season. Happy birthday, Aquarius. Very significant month, the month of February, and we'll be doing the month ahead astrology in the next couple of days on Patreon. Okay, what's going on? Thank you for your guidance, Spirit. What is happening at this time? Just stay low. Try and keep away from trouble, from confrontation. Don't act on the spur of the moment, even though, it may be fated. It could be a troublesome conjunction. Nevertheless, it's a seed. Personally, it does give us that extra oomph, that extra energy to bring change to our life, and in more of a combative, courageous way. And that's what the Fool is. Aries is very courageous. Aries is the leader. So let's see what's going on. We've got the Wheel of Fate. Fated events surely are playing out. Remember, this is a Jupiterian energy. Jupiter rules Sag and Pisces, the North Node being in Pisces. And all the planets that are going to come from Aquarius are going to connect with the North Node. Very fated, possible openings for the collective future consciousness. But remember, we're all part of the collective. So big fated changes, endings, lots of truths, victorious energies where Jupiter, the greater benefic in Cancer, is concerned, even though he's retrograde. Okay, we're revising, going back and seeing what's going on, and in divine timing, of course, the change will come. We've got the Nine of Wands, which is we're at the end of the challenges, the hardship. We've been through a lot, but okay, this is the end of the heaviness. Now, this could also speak to the blockages of the truth. There's a wall up in front of the truth, in front of justice. I don't know if you're dealing with any legalities. It's like a moment of pause, I would say, because a wall would be limitations. It could be Saturnian. And yes, there's a lot of fire, a lot of desire. This full moon in Leo. Leo is all about, it's the heart. It's matters of the heart. Leo is the king. So we may be seeing lots of fated changes, endings, kings and queens, those who sit in powerful positions losing their power with a full moon in Leo. Leo, of course, is also art. It's actors, actresses, it's creativity. It's giving birth to something. Something is culminating, being shown to us. Remember, Leo rules the natural 5th house of giving birth to something. It's our children. It's entrepreneurship. What are we taking a risk on? It's dating. It's getting out there, having fun, taking a risk. Yes, it's for a partnership. It's a romantic connection, possibly, as well. The Two of Cups is a team effort. It's emotional balance, or trying to get to that. We've got the Four of Pentacles. There's been there have been blockages, or a locking up of the heart, or holding back on what one desires. There's been fear of heartbreak. There's been fear of not having enough. Remember, the Four of Pentacles is the miser. Not having enough, trying to hold on to something, and fearing taking that leap of faith, I would say. But there will be news, there will be communication. We've got the Page of Swords here, the student. We see the book being open. There could be information that's coming in that was withheld. Remember, Jupiter brings truth. Okay, the truth cannot be withheld anymore. It's going to come through very suddenly, I would say, with this form of pressure. The Mars in Aquarius, because Aquarius is information. Aquarius is how we communicate, how we perceive. There's the ingenious mind. There's the ability to resolve. Aquarius is the future. So a lot of things are playing out relative to the future versus the past. We've still got some retrograde planets, Jupiter, Uranus, still retrograde, right? So we are still dealing with some past issues that may be returning. And remember that it's Saturn that's going to change and enter Aries when on the 14th of February. And therefore they may have been the limitations or the ending of a chapter. But there could also be relative to a partnership, a contract, because we know that the Page of Swords is Gemini. Gemini ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is also in Aquarius. Mercury can speak to business as well as communication, themes relative to children, our children, education, possibly also health for some people. Let's see what this Page of Swords, what is this messenger bringing? We see that the messenger is walking on a tightrope, but finding a way to cross over, to go over to the other side, which is like leaving behind a story, leaving a life chapter behind. Before that, there was fear, there were fears. We've got a Page of Pentacles, so I'd like to say also, pages, of course, are fresh energies. They are messengers. This is something about studying this pentacle long term. This is the new project, the new situation, whatever it speaks to for you personally, that is being looked at and, planned for the future. Everything begins with a thought, and then we take action, where we've got the information, we think about things, and then we start to also plan, strategize, and create. It's all about being creative. Fire is creativity, right? Remember, Neptune is the creation. Neptune is the vision. Now in Aries, it doesn't... it's like throwing caution to the wind, I would say. That I'm going to be fearless, and I'm going to create what I've imagined. It's like Neptune is working on his own now in Aries, because Saturn is still in the sign of Pisces. And so the imagination is there, the idea is there, the belief is there, the courage is there. But even though it's like baby steps, because we see these fresh energies. Remember, when a planet changes signs, it's in a new environment. So I feel like Neptune is like giving us the ideas, the vision, the baby steps into what is this new seed that we're hoping to plant. On the 20th of February, Saturn and Neptune will conjoin at that 0 degree of Aries, which is that seed, right? Maybe we're just, ruminating, thinking, but there will be some truths coming through. It does speak to practical matters, because Saturn, being the ruling planet of Capricorn, is going to enter Aries, bring groundedness where there's too much enthusiasm and too much risk, because Aries can be that, right? Remember, it's also Uranus. And Uranus is, I'm going to do things differently. I'm going to break through. I'm going to do something that's mad, something that's crazy. It could be quite risky. So with a little bit of caution, there's new beginnings here. What is this Ace of Pentacles? Well, it's the Page of Pentacles. We've got a Six of Wands, the Leo energy. Someone's following their heart. They want to create something. But there are still worries here. Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is I'm not sleeping well. Yeah, it's like worry is stopping the potential for this success, as we've still got that negative thinking, right? Ten of Wands is I'm packing up and I'm moving forward. How easy is it to leave the past? We're creatures of habit. There is something that energetically we need to release and let go, right? And we need to trust that we can. There can also be some clarity. Six of Wands could be our vocation, our desires. Leo is the heart. And Leo is also the child that wants to go out and play. There's some fresh frequencies here that we're needing to turn to the heart, understand what is it that we truly want. Are we in a position that, that made us happy? We've got the 9 of Wands, we've got the 10 of Wands, and that does turn into the Ace. So we need to overcome the fear, the negative thinking, and do it anyway. That's what the Fool does, trusting that Spirit has his back. There may be a little bit of ego here. Now, we're not reading reversals. It could be that we're leaving something that was not successful. It's a time of fated change. We need to believe, we need to trust. Now, as I said, all the planets will be transiting through Aquarius and entering Pisces, where Mercury also will retrograde. So we will have returns from the past. This is late, I would say from mid-February. So around Valentine's Day is very significant year, very significant February, where we've got a lot of positive opportunities. It's a different story. Everything's going to shift there mid-February. A lot is going to shift and change with opportunities and openings. We've got a King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, father, boss, CEO, spouse. King of Pentacles is someone that's very experienced. They've had their life experiences. This would be more Taurus. We've got Uranus retrograding in Taurus on our goal. Our goal is the Medusa. We need to behead the Medusa, the fears. We need to cut the fears away. Don't let fear overtake us and leave us behind. We're needing to move forward. We know the King of Pentacles, he already knows through his experiences. He's already planned. He's set the ground for the future. He knows his worth. He hasn't gotten to this position without life experiences. So he's got the knowledge. We see the silver hair, right? The maturity here. 5 of Swords. So 5 of Swords could also be negative thinking. Again, anything to do with competition, internal conflict. There may be a fear of, and the fears may be insecurity about moving forward. Insecurities about warlike energies. King of Pentacles wouldn't be someone that wants to be in the 5 of Swords. This is someone that's grounded, that wants the security in real time. But they may also, let's say, hold some air in their chart, and they may be thinking a little bit negatively. They could be dealing with legalities. Something's eating away at their mind, right? See the crow eating away at his thoughts. And we've got the Knight of Swords. A lot to do with information, perception. But I would say here, because, okay, I do get a lot of Aquarius. Why? Because of the Aquarius, season, that there can be an ingenious thought where this King of Pentacles will find a resolution, right? Will find a resolution. These could be issues with parent-child. We see children here. King of Pentacles would be a parent. Someone possibly who's also successful, renowned in business. Someone that maybe has gone through financial loss. There are some issues with partnerships, possibly a soulmate connection. There could be physical distance. I mean, someone is wanting to leave. We've got a couple of 10s. 10s speak to endings, new beginnings. Here is the beginning. Let's see what's going on in the emotional state of this King of Pentacles. Now, let's not worry about the gender. King of Pentacles is someone that has got many life's experiences. This could be someone that does hold a position of power, someone who has got heavy responsibilities. This would be the minor arcana of the Emperor. So There could be family issues, there could be business issues, money issues, big changes nevertheless. Let's see emotionally. And the King of Pentacles could also be your energy. It doesn't have to be someone else in your life. Let's see emotionally how we're feeling. I want to say today, tomorrow, and the day after. Give it 3 days for that challenging aspect, the energies that are so demanding, so powerful, so much like a nuclear, there's nuclear strength to have breakthroughs, to make the changes right now. There are deep, deep desires. Pluto can also bring up information about hidden things that, you were not privy to, that you were not aware of. Pluto can also be the psyche. So it could be secrecy, someone trying to hold on to their truth but not being able to do that, blurting things out. Pluto, Mars in Aquarius. There are regrets, and they come from a divine masculine more than likely. Relative to communication or even telepathy, this is like the Eight of Wands for me. There's a return. A divine masculine is wanting to return to communicating energetically, because the communication card in the Mystic Moon Oracles does remind me of the of telepathy between you and another person. It's like returning back to a situation. These could be negative emotions, feelings, or a situation that someone is returning back to work through. Maybe do things differently. Yeah, because someone now has the understanding of some issue that they now have regrets about, something that wasn't done in the correct way, or someone that was mistreated, or someone that blocked you. I mean, Nine of Wands could also be someone having blocked you, so therefore a lack of communication. But this divine masculine is receiving signals from up above, and they could be also with the Page of Swords. This is someone that's admiring you from a distance. Could it be through social media? Someone, because we see the divine feminine having gone through a metamorphosis, very much in her Plutonian energy. We know Venus is now with Pluto in the underworld, and she's out of sight. We cannot physically see her in the sky, not until roughly mid-February. That's why I'm saying. And Venus does speak to values, self-worth, self-love, peace, tranquility, love, harmony. And she's relational, right? And the answer is yes. This fire, this desire is going to bring breakthroughs. So there's something that's being left behind with the help of Jupiter, because we've got the Wheel of Fate, which is a Jupiterian energy. In Jupiter is transiting, retrograding through Cancer. Cancer is our home, it's our personal life. It's our emotional feelings. It's what we hold near and dear to our heart and very secretive. We don't share our personal life with everyone. Maybe someone's been very emotionally detached or even holding on to what they're going through. But Jupiter and Cancer will bring emotional openness. Remember, Cancer is the crab. They've got an outside exterior shell that's really hard. So they've got a tough exterior, but inside there's soft and mushy and sensitive. And that could be overextended, overblown with Jupiter in Cancer. Remember, Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. So, Jupiter in Cancer could also be, Cancer is the natural fourth house. It's my living situation. It's what I own. It's the house I live in or the people I live with. There's a breakthrough here. There's so much fire. Now, this full moon in Leo is very fixed. It's very, digging my heels in. I don't go through change easily. We need drastic measures, a lot there will be more fire and air. I should say more air and fire. It's all about perception, communication, and passion. That's what's going to bring the breakthrough. And remember, a full moon in Leo. Leo could be can be very proud as well, and not want to show their soft, their sensitive side. Leo, the lion, the strong one. Okay, so this may bring through some sensitivities and some openings emotionally, and information that someone was fearing very much to share. We've got a fifth dimension energy here, which is, I do see this as telepathy and connection with a twin flame through one's dream state, through their sleep, through telepathy. This could be a twin flame connection for some of you. Yes, fifth dimension. There are third parties here, so the involvement of others. They could be children. Doesn't have to be, could be parents as well. And there's the bound. There is the Saturnian, limitations, restrictions, karma, fears, right? And we know that the devil does speak to secret love affairs, or even negative and unhealthy attachments, right? Some narcissism, but that's changing, my dear friends, because of the so much fire, so much desire, and the ability, the want and the need to move forward. I want to take a couple of Sibilas, and we'll be taking the Mythic Oracle. What is this? What is the Page of Swords about? It's about an agreement. It's about a contract. It's about an offer. A contract, even if this is business. Anything to do with the internet, with travel, with education, more collectively speaking. But we see that this man is offering a ring, popping the question with the Ace of Wands. This is what someone really, really wants, what really desires. What is the Page of Pentacles? Consolante sorpresa, Six of Wands again. I do get very strong Uranian energies here. Something just happens out of the blue. You see the money that comes in. It's very Uranian, which brings some success story, some energies, some situation where someone is feeling very lucky or very valued, or the sudden Tower moments or revelations or information is going to be of great value. What are we leaving behind with the Ten of Wands? What are we leaving behind? Distrust, falsehood, negativity, poison, the enemy, and the thief. Very negative cards, the three. This is what we're leaving behind. We're leaving behind the toxicity, the fears, the distrust, and whoever was not for our highest good. Even regrets, or even just, being sore and being upset with someone. Poison, when we hold poison, first of all, we poison our own selves, and then, because holding on to that poison does poison us. And we cannot move forward because we're dwelling in the negativity. It doesn't do good. It doesn't do us justice. So it's a time of leaving the past, leaving bygones, leaving bygones, oh my God, letting bygones be bygones and moving forward. But also leaving the worry behind, leaving the negative thoughts. Nine of Swords. See, there are the fated changes. This is a success story. Even though there can be conflict with others, everyone needs to follow their highest good, their own path, their own journey. We all have Aries in our chart. Somewhere we are all the fool at this time. Even if we've been taken for a ride from others, it's time to move forward. It's time to take care of us. What is the mythic oracle? What is the message here? Beneath the deck is the leggerezza, the metamorphosis, where that could speak to infidelity as well, but surely there's a death process, something that we're leaving behind. There's a sense of freedom. We know Aquarius is a very free, loving sign. We cannot box, we cannot imprison the Aquarian energy. Aquarius individuals, they need their freedom, they need to be able to act. They think and they act. Air is very quick moving energy, so we're in a lot of quick moving energies, a lot of information. Let's see what Spirit wants us to know at this time. What is the advice? We've got Zeus the Father, and this would be Zeus as well, my dear friends. We've got Jupiter, and it's a 10. It's the Wheel of Fate. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's so beautiful. Zeus is the king of the gods and the lord of men. He is the ruler of the skies and the father of the world. His symbol is the lightning bolt, and he is the last-born son of the Titans, Kronos and Rhea. My dear friends, remember the lightning bolt is also Aquarius, so similarities there. Kronos ate his children, fearing that one would overthrow him as he had overthrown his own father. When Zeus was born, Rhea tricked Kronos, giving him a stone instead of Zeus to eat. Zeus was then reared safely, and when he had grown, he freed his brothers and sisters, and together they overthrew their father and the Titans, allowing Zeus to take his place as king of the Olympian gods. I want you to look at this message as a collective message, because Aquarius is sisters and brothers. We are all a tribe, right? And we all need to be free. Now, the sun transiting through Aquarius, the sun is the leader. It is the father. The sun can also speak to a world leader that is bringing freedom onto the world. Okay? Some of us may also be a father, take on the role of the father and the mother, for those of you that are women out there. So, or there could be someone that takes on a father role for you, whoever this is. The message here says, Zeus holds and represents worldly power as the external world. Its structures and power is the realm of the father. As children, we are born into the realm of the mother. We are cared for as we explore the realms of self, imagination, and feeling. But when we reach adulthood, we must stand and take our place within the world. And that's what we need to do now. The realities of standing in the world can often come as a painful shock. We often feel anger, sadness, and frustration as we are torn out of the realm of the mother and forced to take full responsibility for ourselves in the realm of the father, where we may find things cold, terrifying, and overwhelming. But once we reconcile ourselves with the world and take ownership over our lives, the world of possibility becomes available to us. Only when we take responsibility for ourselves. Now, the word responsibility is Saturn, and Saturn was a father. And Saturn entering Aries would be the child that becomes more mature and grounded. Okay? Only when we take responsibility for our lives and truly realize the power that exists within us do we have the power to create the exact life we desire for ourselves. This is a time for stepping into and owning your power in the world. What kind of life do you want for yourself? Are you living that life? What can you do to ensure that you are creating that life for yourself every day? Decide to take ownership of your life today. The only limitations you have are within your own mind. Decide now how to release those limitations. Take a risk and stand in your power. Wow, everyone. Wow. Remember that thunderbolt, that lightning strike could also be an aha moment that you receive as to from Uranus, from the sky, as to how to win over your fears, which would be Medusa, the Gorgon, right? Where Uranus is stepping on now. And that could be any situation, and it will be a different situation for each of us. Okay? So I think we'll leave it there. Thank you so much. I've got lots to do. I've got to run. I want to thank you, my dear friends, for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. Remember that we are protected. We've got the mighty old Zeus, you know, the king of kings that is protecting us. And remember, his lightning bolts are when he's very angry. So we may see a lot of freak weather conditions, but they are what it is, the energy. It's all about change. It's all about change. It's all about perception. It's downloads. I've got Gaia that's yelling to me. I think she got locked in the other room. I better run to her. Thank you so much. Love you all so much. And we'll be back hopefully tomorrow. If not tomorrow, because I may be on the road, I will get that love reading out to you. So do stay connected. Make sure you're being notified. Namaste, everyone. And do take care with this Pluto-Mars conjunction in Aquarius. Love you all so much.